right now.
Quick corridor getaway?
They could jump off in any direction, from here.
The local freeways that could be behind an uptick in crime.
Stunning video and a sobering reminder before getting behind the wheel drunk.
The coronavirus hits the West Coast.
We know it can spread among humans.
Forget making a quick getaway. The burglar who took 12 hours deciding what to take from a home.
And crime-fighting furries? The costume crusaders credited for saving a woman's life.
The CBS 13 News on CW31 starts now.
We begin tonight with an attempted sexual assault in Davis. Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Adrienne Moore.
And I'm Tony Lopez. That attack, just one of a slew of violent crimes in the past few months. CBS 13's Renee Santos with why the city's location could be to blame.
It's a very progressive, friendly, family-oriented city.
So when crime hits the city of Davis, it's alarming for Susan Gray. She's been here for 35 years and has seen the change in landscape.
In the past, it always felt like Davis was just a really, really safe place.
But over the past few months, the city has been hit with a series of violent crimes. Just recently, an attempted sexual assault.
He pushed her down and then proceeded to make an attempt to sexually assault her.
Davis police say a woman parked her car on Birch Avenue and was walking to the front door when a man attacked her from behind. The suspect took off after the woman began screaming. Back in November, UC Davis students were on high alert after 8 armed robberies happened in 7 weeks, 2 of which were carjackings. CBS 13 is getting answers about the recent uptick in crime. We went right to Davis police. There have been armed robberies, other attempted sexual assaults. What is contributing, would you say, to this crime we've been seeing lately, that we've reported on as well?
Many factors could go into the particular rise of crime in any given situation. But I want to say that in particular to the robberies that have been going on, people have been coming out from the outside into the city of Davis to commit crime.
One area police say is Woodland. Steve Young lived in Davis for several years.
Crime here in Davis has always been, in my opinion, outsiders. The corridors, they can jump off in any direction, from here.
Police are still searching for that attempted sexual assault suspect. To West Sacramento we go, where police have arrested an after-school teacher for attempting to have sex with a student. You're looking at Taylor Lewis Golar. He's booked into the Yolo County Detention Facility for multiple charges involving a 12-year-old female victim, including sending lewd matter to a minor and annoying or molesting a minor. Those are the allegations. The incidents are still under investigation.
Now to a visual reminder here. Don't drink and drive. According to Placer County sheriffs, these 2 vehicles here burst into flames when a drunk driver smashed into a Caltrans truck. It happened overnight on Highway 267 near Truckee. Look at that. Everyone involved survived. They're all going to be okay. The driver was arrested, though, for DUI. The 22nd annual State of Downtown program was held in Sacramento today.
A pretty big deal. New developments and initiatives in Sacramento were celebrated by local businesses and community leaders. Mayor Darrell Steinberg gave his annual downtown address. There he is, and Dr. Drew Pinsky. Dr. Drew gave a keynote on issues driving California's homeless crisis. Here's the mayor.
While we collectively rightfully focus on how to end the suffering and impacts of unsheltered homelessness, an equally important commitment is to prevent people from ever becoming homeless in the first place.
About 1,000 people came out at today's event.
The first phase of President Trump's impeachment trial is now underway in the Senate, and both sides are arguing over the rules of the process.
Senate Republicans announced changes to their rules resolution after pushback from some party moderates, but the resolution still calls for witnesses after opening arguments.
Then, Mr. Cipollone,
And with that, House managers and the White House legal team have started making their cases during debate over a resolution to set the rules for the impeachment trial.
Are we here before this great body because since the president was sworn into office, there was a desire to see him removed?
On Article 2, we heard the president, he can do whatever he wants. You want to say that's okay? Then you got to say that every future president can come into office and they can do the same thing.
The resolution will now allow each side up to 3 days to present 24 hours of opening arguments after pushback from moderate Republicans. A House impeachment record will also now automatically be admitted into evidence.
This is the fair roadmap for our trial.
the McConnell resolution will result in a rushed trial with little evidence in the dark of night.
Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer will offer amendments requiring witnesses and documents at the outset of the trial, despite the Majority Leader's threat to table them. The president's team said in a legal brief that both articles, abuse of power and obstruction of Congress, are not impeachable, and they accuse Democrats of a, quote, dangerous perversion of the Constitution. The president weighed in on impeachment while meeting with world leaders in Davos, Switzerland.
That whole thing is a total hoax, so I'm sure it's going to work out fine.
Opening arguments are set to begin Wednesday afternoon. By the way, senators will leave their electronics in this cabinet and sit silently during the marathon trial proceedings.
Now, one amendment offered by Senator Schumer to call witnesses has already failed, though Democrats say they plan to offer more amendments.
Some moderate Senate Republicans have indicated they're willing to possibly support a motion to call witnesses after opening arguments.
The 2020 presidential race is getting personal for two Democratic hopefuls. Bernie Sanders is apologizing to Joe Biden after one of his supporters wrote an op-ed in The Guardian accusing Biden of having a corruption problem. Zephyr Teachout claims Biden has taken money from corporate America at the cost of middle and working class Americans, and that he represents Washington's corrupt culture.
And Joe and I have strong disagreements on a number of issues, and we'll argue those disagreements out. But it is absolutely not my view that Joe is corrupt in any way.
Biden is responding on Twitter tonight, thanking Sanders for acknowledging the situation.
The shovels hit the ground today for the groundbreaking of the Folsom Dam Raise project. This project will raise the dikes and dams around the lake by as much as 3.5 feet, as well as modify the main spillway, emergency spillway gates, and piers. It's been called one of the most complex and important flood protection projects in the country. Once this project wraps up, engineers say the Folsom Dam will be able to safely handle a 300-year flooding event.
We're on storm watch for you this evening as rain and snow moves across the region. Titan HD radar showing the snow starting to fall there in the high country.
Get to Dave, who's tracking the winter weather tonight.
Yeah, we're going to kind of wrap this all up. This is anything but a 300-year flooding event out there. I mean, we've only seen a couple of hundredths of an inch of rain in the Central Valley and several inches of snow in the high country. In fact, those snow levels are going up a little bit as we head into the evening hours. We're kind of advecting a little warm air in here and running those snow levels up. Light showers northern San Joaquin Valley, just some hit and miss light stuff around the Sacramento area. You get out to the foothills, it does obviously increase in strength, but it's still not super significant up through here. If we end up with a quarter inch in some spots, I'd really be surprised as far as totals. And up in the high country, we'll see maybe another inch or so before this all kind of wraps up. And the snow levels, like we said, are heading up. And this is what we're dealing with, high pressure building back on in. So look for a dry day. We're going to basically have a few showers as we go through the overnight hours, start to wrap that up about 1 o'clock, maybe 3 o'clock in the morning. And then we'll start to focus in on dry conditions and a walk. And I mean a walk on the mild side for a lot of days on that 7-day forecast. So how deep into the 60s will we get, and for how many days? We'll talk about that in just a little bit. Tony?
All right, Dave, thanks. For the second time in a week, a homeless man's accused of attacking someone with a knife. This time it happened at a Roseville McDonald's.
CBS 13's Ryan Hill is in Roseville tonight, where he spoke to the victim's fiance.
It's still not right what happened today. He's just trying to do his job.
Serena Penland says her fiance Alvin was trying to get a homeless man off this Roseville McDonald's property after he yelled at customers. Roseville police say that's when the man slashed Alvin with a butter knife.
He stabbed him with and just like got him right here, almost to his eye. He said he thought he was blind because all the blood went inside his eye.
Workers at nearby businesses say they've never seen the homeless act like this here.
Just mess around with the garbage and not anything too crazy. It's just that was the full craziest we've seen here.
This incident happened just 6 days after an 18-year-old was stabbed by a homeless man in South Sacramento. The teen later died at the hospital. Sacramento Mayor Darrell Steinberg says some cities have reached a tipping point when it comes to the homeless.
We have not yet hit that proverbial tipping point in Sacramento, as bad as it is. And if we do the right things, we can prevent us from going over and make this demonstrably better.
The Sacramento County Sheriff's Office tells CBS 13 it hasn't seen an uptick in the homeless being more aggressive towards the public. Still, Penland and others hope more resources can be put towards helping the homeless so these incidents don't happen in the future.
Mostly here, it's a good neighborhood, you know. There's many different kind of homeless people, but we need to do something for us, you know what I mean? Because everything the homeless people are doing around is not okay.
The suspect in this McDonald's incident, by the way, that was at Sunrise and Kirby in Roseville, he has been arrested for assault with a deadly weapon. As China tries to contain the outbreak of coronavirus that has gotten hundreds sick, the CDC says a U.S. resident has now been diagnosed with that virus.
The virus, which causes a pneumonia-like symptom and many other symptoms, appears to have originated in the Chinese city of Wuhan. Doctors now have confirmed the virus can be transmitted from person to person. More than 400 people there have become sick. 9 people have died. The CDC has New York, Los Angeles, and San Francisco international airports all screening passengers arriving from China. Atlanta and Chicago will also start those screenings later on this week.
We know it can spread among humans from person to person, but is this frequent? Is it common? That's something we don't know quite yet.
The CDC is raising the travel health level from level 1 to level 2, but says the overall risk to the public remains low.
Concerns growing in Southern California tonight over a possible measles outbreak. An infected traveler passed through LAX. And now doctors say anyone who came in contact with that person is not vaccinated, of course, is in danger of getting measles. The disease is spread by air and direct contact, even before the patient knows they have it, with an exposure rate of 96 to 98%.
Tonight, a toddler is recovering after being attacked by a mountain lion. How the family fought back.
A burglar caught on home surveillance video taking her sweet time while grabbing the goods. A crime spree that lasted 12 long hours.
Crime-fighting furries? Oh, yeah, how a group of costume-clad crusaders help police stop a domestic violence suspect.
Airlifted out of earthquake-damaged Puerto Rico after a long journey. Many homeless pets now have a chance at a new life. How that and more. The news at 6:30 continues.
Judy, weeknights at 5:30 and 6 on CW31.
Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
A better grip. Right when you need it. The 2020 Nissan Altima has tech you can't get in a quarter Camry, like available intelligent all-wheel drive. This is instant confidence. This is Nissan Intelligent Mobility. Get a low $199 per month lease or get 0% financing for 36 months on the 2020 Altima.
I'm Tom Steyer, and I approve this message. Climate is the #1 priority. I would declare a state of emergency on day 1. Congress has never passed an important climate bill ever. This is a problem which continues to get worse. I've spent a decade fighting and beating oil companies, stopping pipelines, stopping fossil fuel plants, ensuring clean energy across the country. How are we going to pull this country together? We take on the biggest challenge in history. We save the world, and we do it together.
Most people like to know how fast their car goes from 0 to 60. But wouldn't you prefer to know how fast it goes from 60 to 0? The 2020 Volkswagen Tiguan, with 6 stability-enhancing features that can help you slow down in an emergency.
Come in now to your Volkswagen dealer and lease the sophisticated and capable 2020 Tiguan S for just $219 a month.
Who are you people? Idiots. Some of the most evil souls in all of history have been raised from hell.
It wouldn't be a true Legends mission unless something went wrong.
You're screwing up history, and it is my job to stop you.
Good Day is being brought to you by Northern California Home and Landscape Expo. This is the CBS 13 News.
Check this video out here. A trip to New Orleans for some University of Alabama students took a scary turn. On Sunday, their charter bus caught fire after the bus driver ran over something in the road. The driver was able to get all of the students off the bus before it caught fire. No one was hurt. Some terrifying moments for a 3-year-old boy hiking with his family when he was attacked by a mountain lion at the Whiting Ranch Wilderness Park in Lake Forest.
Jake Reiner has more on how the family got away.
We request that you evacuate the park.
It's a startling image to come across.
We looked up and there was a mountain lion and it had a backpack.
But then you start to put the story together from one hiker.
Yeah, it's crazy.
To a mountain biker who took these photos.
She had her son in her arms. The son was kind of crying and a little bit scared.
And then you hear that son is 3 years old and the member of a family of 6 just going for a hike in Whiting Ranch Park.
A mountain lion came out of somewhere, attacked the 3-year-old, grabbed him by the neck and started dragging him.
The boy's father was quick to toss a backpack at the lion and remarkably,
The mountain lion dropped the 3-year-old, grabbed the backpack, and then went up into a tree.
And there it was, perched, backpack in mouth, but not for long. The California Department of Fish and Wildlife said the mountain lion had to be shot and killed in the interest of public safety. As for the 3-year-old boy, he was taken to Chalk Children's at Mission Hospital.
As you know, there have been mountain lion attacks in the past.
Cut to 2004, at the same park, a mountain lion attacked 2 people, killing one of them. Unfortunately, it's something you have to be wary of living in the Orange County foothills.
I make sure that my dogs don't go out. I make sure that the doggy door is closed at night.
I just can't even imagine. My heart jumps up in my throat every time I think about a toddler.
Right, and we should point out he threw the backpack at the mountain lion, but he also made himself look big and was really loud, which is what you're supposed to do.
That's what they tell you. All right, well, the boy was released from the hospital earlier today.
As for the mountain lion, Fish and Wildlife plan to examine it here in Sacramento to match the DNA from the boy to the DNA of the lion to confirm he was bit. A New Jersey animal shelter is welcoming displaced pets from Puerto Rico with open arms. About 40 rescue dogs arrived into the St. Hubert's shelter over the weekend after traveling more than 1,000 miles from the earthquake-ravaged island of Puerto Rico. As the island continues to recover, the shelter hopes these animals can find new families to love them in the States.
We typically think, oh, they're going to euthanize all the animals, but no, they sent them to us so we can adopt them out.
Several local organizations are also helping to deliver much-needed supplies to the people of Puerto Rico still living in the disaster zone.
Take a look at these characters. You can't make this stuff up. People dressed up as a pink dinosaur and a tiger are actually getting some credit for taking down a domestic violence suspect in San Jose. Yeah, this group was wearing furry costumes while attending what's called FurCon at the convention center. They say they spotted a man beating a woman inside a car. They then opened the door, pulled this guy out, and then held him down until officers could get there and cuff him. Way to go.
Now, Dave Bender with your forecast.
Little light rain out there, some light snow at around 6,500 feet up in the Sierra. We'll wrap it all up and we'll talk about our walk on the mild side on that 7-day forecast. There's a live look. You can see some winds with that flag pointing to the right coming in out of the southwest or so around the Sacramento area, about 5 to 10. We'll shuffle that around out of the north as we go overnight into tomorrow. Then eventually light winds will prevail. Here are your temperatures. 56 currently in Sacramento, upper 50s Stockton and Modesto, 53 for Marysville, and 34 around South Lake Tahoe. So those are our current temperatures. Here are our afternoon highs, upper 50s and low 60s, so above where you'd expect to be for this time of the year. And with temperatures like that, that's why snow levels at the best up in the high country were down at around maybe 5,700 to 6,000 before they've started to run up this evening and go a little higher. Last 24 hours, we saw a whopping 0.02 inches of rain, so we're at 66% of where we should be for this time of the year. So you can see we do have some light rain out there. We'll continue to see that through the overnight hours. Eventually, by tomorrow morning, everything is going to be done and out of here. So this is going to wrap up pretty quickly tonight. The low will exit. We'll end up with high pressure coming in and clearing skies toward the afternoon. afternoon. And temperatures tomorrow, upper 50s and low 60s. And then as we head ourselves into Thursday, more of the same, just extra cloud cover. Friday could actually be really balmy around the Sacramento area, and we'll have that temperature for you here in just a second. So this is what we have tonight. Still a few showers possibly at 10 o'clock. That'll wrap up really quickly over towards San Francisco and Monterey. By tomorrow morning, we could have some fog from San Francisco to the north. We'll have partly cloudy to mostly cloudy conditions, and then by the afternoon, we'll end up with a cool on the coast, upper 50s, low 60s with a couple of clouds around for the afternoon hours. Now, tonight, showers still around. Like we said, after midnight, this should all push off to the south and to the southeast and get out of here, and hopefully we'll get a little additional accumulation before this is all said and done, but I'm really doubting that. Mostly cloudy tomorrow morning, and then by the afternoon, how about rather mild, upper 50s and low 60s, when we should be more like the mid-50s for this time in January. Seeing showers still there in the foothills, so we'll squeeze out whatever additional moisture we can there, and then by the time we hit tomorrow morning, winds are light. It's a calm morning. Morning lows down into the low 40s, and then by the afternoon, Auburn tomorrow could be pushing 59, maybe 60 degrees. Under partly sunny conditions, light winds, that's where we're going to end up there for Wednesday. Now, tonight we'll still have snow level maybe 6,000 feet if it cools down a little bit tonight, but then it's all done. It's out of here. Still kind of gusty, possibly. Then by the afternoon, it's just a nice southwest wind down at the water. And temperature-wise, it's not bad, clearing out mid-40s, so go up and enjoy about 3 or 4 additional inches of snow that we're going to be enjoying up there in the higher elevation. So it's all adding up, but we're still, I think we're like 75% of where we should be as far as snowpack up there. Like we said, something comes back in late in the day on Saturday, Sunday, a little unsettled on Monday. And take a look at your Friday. 62 degrees. That's around Sacramento, and that's above average by, at that point, probably by about 6 or 7 degrees under mostly cloudy skies.
Break out the shorts and flip-flops.
Almost, huh?
Maybe.
I'll do it. No. Hey, a third grader's dream of living fast and furious comes true. His teacher got him a gig with NASCAR.
Barry Bonds and several other players found out if they made the cut for baseball's next Hall of Fame class. Who's in on the other side?
Questions about your community? Ask us. CBS13.com/ask us.
This is the Chevy Silverado with the world's first invisible trailer.
Invisible trailer?
Hop in. Silverado offers an optional technology package with up to 15 different views, including one enhanced view that makes your trailer appear invisible. Wow. That's pretty sweet.
Cool. Where's the trailer though? Or current qualified Silverado lessees can lease this Silverado Custom without optional tech package or enhanced invisible view for around $239 a month. Or get 0% financing for 72 months on all Silverado 1500 crew cab pickups when you purchase.
I am running to defeat Donald Trump. In 2016, I warned that Donald Trump was a dangerous demagogue. When the Republican Congress wouldn't hold him accountable, I went to work helping run winning campaigns in 21 House seats. It's time for the Senate to act and remove Trump from office. And if they won't do their jobs this November, you and I will. I'm Mike Bloomberg, and I approve this message.
A fearless warrior. 1,800 pounds of fury. The ultimate battle of man versus beast.
The Professional Bull Riders brings the dirt, the toughest bulls, and the top bull riders on the planet back to Golden One Center in downtown Sacramento this January 24th, 25th, and 26th. Tickets to Sacramento's hottest event start at just $15. Get the best seats now at PBR.com and Ticketmaster.com. It's Wrangler's Long Live Cowboys Classic, brought to you locally by Bass Pro Shops.
Life could be a dream if I could take you up to paradise up above. If you would tell me I'm the only one that you love, life could be a dream, sweetheart. Hello, hello again, Shaboom, mama, we will meet again. Life could be.
There's still time to make every drive a dream during NorCal Honda Dealer's Dream Commute sales event. But the dream ends soon. See your NorCal Honda dealer today.
We gonna get this party started!
Be there live for music's biggest night.
Billie Eilish, Aerosmith, Lizzo, Blake Shelton with Gwen Stefani, and Ariana Grande returns to the Grammy stage for a special performance. Alicia Keys hosts.
Let's keep it going.
Unexpect Everything.
Can we please start it again? I'm sorry, I can't mess this up.
The Grammys, live Sunday, January 26th on CBS.
What in the world? Security cameras caught a burglar in the act. Forget this, 12 hours. Just 12. The homeowner says the thief took jewelry, electronics, furniture, towels, a vacuum, just about everything. The suspect is still on the run tonight, but police say they have plenty of video evidence to start their investigation.
Wow, 12 hours, probably the longest she's worked ever. Young NASCAR fan in Virginia got to live his dream of working on a real racing pit crew. That's third grader Josh Grandeo. Told his teacher what he wanted to be when he grew up. Through a friend, the teacher got a hold of a NASCAR crew to pay him a visit. Chip Ganassi crew surprised him with a car with his name on it. He changed the tires and then got behind the wheel. He's now the most popular kid in the class, of course.
So cool. All right, researchers have discovered a new dinosaur fossil that shows a crucial connection between dinosaurs and birds. This is what they think it looks like. The dancing dragon dinosaur is believed to have lived about 120 million years ago. Researchers say it was roughly the size of a raven, but double its length because of its tail. Its entire body, they believe, was covered with feathers.
That needs to be a sports mascot.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Intimidating.
Mark?
Now, the Xfinity Sports Desk.
Somebody will have the dancing dragons as their mascot sooner or later. Another year of rejection for Barry Bonds. Bonds, in his 8th season on baseball's Hall of Fame ballot, receiving just 60.7% of the vote. You need 75% of baseball writers' votes to get in. He'll have 2 more years to get in by way of the writers. A different story, though, for Derek Jeter, the Yankee captain, headed to Cooperstown. He was only 1 vote away from being a unanimous selection. Jeter was on 396 of the 397 ballots. The 14-time All-Star shortstop, a no-brainer as a first-ballot Hall of Famer. He's joined by 1997 National League MVP Larry Walker, a 3-time batting champ with the Colorado Rockies. Walker got 76.6% of the votes to make it in his 10th and final season of eligibility on the ballot. So Jeter and Walker clear that 75% threshold. Kurt Schilling looks poised to get in next year with 70% of the vote this time around. It'll be interesting to see if Roger Clemens or Barry Bonds can make the jump over the next 2 years. Well, with 14 losses in their last 17 games, the Kings are in a bit of a downward spiral. Things, though, will be different tomorrow. No, I'm not guaranteeing a win in Detroit, but the Kings will have Kent Bazemore and Anthony Tolliver on the roster after their trade with the Blazers became official today. The Kings also getting a couple of second-round draft picks in that deal that sent Trevor Ariza, Caleb Swanigan, and Wenyen Gabriel over to Portland. And a reminder, the only place to catch the Stockton Kings in G League action against the Wisconsin Herd this Sunday is CW31. The game, scheduled to tip off at 2 o'clock, is sold out. So you know where to go. Just catch it on TV over on our sister station. Our Sarah Hodges will be on the sidelines reporting on that one as well.
Nice.
Good stuff. All right, Marshall, thanks. Still to come, the furry critters being celebrated today and how wildlife experts are encouraging people to learn more about them.
Is that a water skin? I haven't seen that in a
Yeah.
while. That's good. I like that.
M&S Auto Sales, Sacramento's favorite car dealer for 20 years. See why your friends and family choose our family. M&S Auto Sales, where you're all that matters. Over 300 vehicles available now at msautogroup.com.
At AT&T, we believe in access, the opportunity for everyone to explore a digital world, connecting with the things that matter most. And because nothing keeps us more connected than the internet, we've created Access from AT&T. California households with at least one resident who receives SNAP or SSI benefits may qualify for home internet at a discounted rate of $10 a month. No commitment, deposit, or installation fee. Visit att.com/access now to learn more.
Performance meets efficiency in the 2019 Nissan Altima, featuring the world's first BC turbo engine that can adapt in an instant to give you power when you want it and fuel efficiency when you need it. This is 2 engines in 1. This is Nissan Intelligent Mobility. Get a low $199 per month lease or get 0% financing for 36 months on the 2020 Nissan Altima.
At
At SMUD, we're leading the way to deliver sustainable energy solutions. And we're taking great steps to help our community prepare for and thrive in tomorrow's energy world. Day and night, we're always on, powering forward together.
This is protection in a world of distraction. This is value you can't ignore. Get 0% financing for 60 months and save $1,000 on the 2020 Rogue.
Typically, it's a bad thing if someone says you're squirrely, right? But today, it's actually a good thing because it's National Squirrel Appreciation Day.
I've been called squirrely. What does it mean? A wildlife rehabilitator created the day urging people to teach squirrels how to water ski. No, to teach people about squirrels. Apparently, this is the only squirrel video we found, but isn't it awesome? A water skiing squirrel. By the way, squirrels zigzag to avoid predators, and they lose 25% of their nuts to foes. So there you go.